So definitely, if you can even get a flashlight yourself, here's a way to look at their mouth without getting hurt. Put a halter on them, a loose one. Put your finger just in front of their incisors, in between the lips, and put your finger on the roof of their mouth. Like spread your hand like this. Don't go back under here, because if we close it, we're going to know it. Okay? When you put, you know how you have a high port bed? The port is pushing on the soft palate. They don't like pressure on the soft palate. And if they lift their head up, you don't pull on them. You pull, they pull. What I do if the horse is resistant about being inspected, I touch their face, they'll lift their head up really high, I don't pull. I keep touching it, and eventually when they're concerned and suspicious of me, when they're relaxed and they drop their head, then they let me look. If they pull and you pull, they're just going to throw you forward. So put, each horse is different, so open the mouth up and maybe get someone behind you with a flashlight looking inside the mouth. You'll probably see, and do it when they're not eating, because there'll be so much grass in there, or hey, you won't see a thing. You see if the teeth look like they're all in a line, or one of the teeth is really long in front, like overhanging hooks. Look at the surface, they should all be equal. The whole should be one straight, equal surface all the way through. If it's dipped, if there's one tooth that's hanging over, it's just like right there, you know you've got a problem. Yes, anyone else with questions? Yes. I'll get you in the front.
Who would you advise to look at our horses?
Me, of course, but if I'm not in your area, I don't know if you live, I live in this area. I go from San Diego to Santa Barbara to high desert. I do about 150-mile radius, roughly. The further I go, the more so I need to travel, obviously. But again, if I'm not in your area, if you're up in Northern California or somewhere where I don't travel to, I can do those, no problem.
Would you recommend Hackamore over
I mean, I personally like bits myself. I generally say that horses are problems with bits, usually when they have problems with their teeth. And sometimes it's training, they talk to yield to pressure. I don't know if you watch any of the different horsemanship shows on TV, but they talk about flexing them and moving them to yield to pressure. If a horse doesn't know how to yield to pressure, they'll have a hard mouth, but they don't even know what you're asking them. So I would do the teeth first, do the flexion work second, and if you still have a problem, then maybe you want to change. But I prefer a soft fit person. I just feel you got more stopping power if the horse really wants to, take off or whatever. I've had some pretty hot horses. I like a horse with a little bit of fire. So I like to have a bit in that personally. But that's my thing. Who else has the question? Yes. Yes. These were horses died from natural death. It's gruesome, but I went to Styles. You know who Styles is? Styles is the people who pick up a dead horse. I asked them to collect me heads with meat on them, and I had to prepare them, boil them, clean them, bleach them. To buy a skull it's gruesome, but it has to be done. It's a big part. To buy one skull is prepared for you. It's about $650. I have 23 of them now. So you do the math. You get to learn how to boil and bleach. And I have a friend that's a taxidermist, and he told me how to do it properly with it and snow. There's a whole, you get a bleacher, you get to boil them, you get to boil them in soapy water, you get acetone, and especially the bleach that you use in your hair, that cream bleach, you get cream bleaching for like a day or two, you can sort of like hot, decent, clear coat them, and then they don't smell and you can handle them. Yes?
I may have missed this part, but to specialize in equine dentistry, it sounds like you no longer follow the veterinarian path.
I am not a vet at all. Okay, I'm not a veterinarian. I have a vet come with me to make it legal for me to do dentistry. There's no law that says you have to be a vet to do dentistry. There's just a law that says that if you want to do dentistry, you have to have a vet there. Because there's a lot of guys, I call it like cowboy floats. Guys that just float teeth, they get a bucket and a rasp and they do file floating. There's a lot of people that do that are not vets. Now a lot of them do it and they go out on their own and they don't have a vet there. And I'm not here to criticize them or anything like that. But currently the law in California says you have to have a vet present. What they did, they changed the law because of the small animal dentistry. There's anesthesia-free dental cleaning where they scale the teeth and they clean dogs' teeth without putting them under. It's just a handling skill that they do. We used to have a dog grooming shop. We had this company come to our shop and do clean dogs' teeth. The state actually sent us a letter at the dog grooming shop saying cease and desist, don't have people cleaning dogs' teeth at your shop. But legally, they kept fighting the company that provided that. There was legal battles, they won every single battle. So they put a new law in the books that says if a metal instrument touches an animal's tooth, not horse or dog or cat, it was done for the small animal industry that is now veterinary medicine. So as soon as you float teeth and you don't have a vet there, you're practicing veterinary medicine without a license. That's how it now is worded, the new law, legalities of it. So because of that, I need my horse sedated anyway, so I'm using motorized equipment, so I have to have them sedated, so I have the vet there regardless. But even if you're just doing a regular hand float with a file with no sedation, technically, if you get caught doing it, you can get actually maybe like a year in jail if they
So
want
what
to.
what is the path you're taking in school?
There are no schools in California that teach dentistry. The way you learn dentistry, this type of dentistry, is through the International Association of Equine Dentistry, and you apprentice. I actually apprentice with a veterinarian who just does dentistry. Like she uses Dr. Keller, he just does dentistry. I could apprentice with him if I wanted to. I happen to have, there's another vet I know who specializes in dentistry. I apprenticed with that gentleman, and you have to do 250 cases, basically what I've done about 10,000. I did the math recently, just figured out how many horses I've done. Probably about 10,000 horses. So I've been doing it since about 2000. So, and I said in med school, horse dentistry is not a focus because you may go through med school and become a small animal vet. They can't spend time on horse dentistry. You may be cattle and pigs, so who knows where you're going to go when you get out of vet school. So there's not a lot of emphasis in vet school. So, and a lot of vets are members of the International Association of Equine Dentistry. Dr. Kelly happens to be, and that's where they went to get their training because the vet schools don't specialize in it. Yes.
You've traveled 40 miles.
Yes.
Do you bring your vet with you?
Yes, she comes with me. It works this way.
You work at a team, right?
Yes, exactly. Now, once in a while, I have vets arrange clinics for me. I have a bunch of gals in Orange County, in San Diego, veterinarians, and they want their client base, they want their horses' teeth taken care of. Now, ironically, they have their own horses as well. They import more bloods from Europe. When the horses come in, they have me work on their own horses. These are vets that can file and mask their own horses' teeth. They pay me to do their horses as well as their clients. Because they know that I'm going to do a more thorough job. And I even do their own horses as well, which is pretty interesting. And they may do a little bit of white coating on some of the young horses, which still, it's not exactly perfect, but it's better than nothing. But on all the horses that need extensive work, now I'll arrange a day where I follow them around and we'll do 8 or 10 horses for the day. And that way at least the horse's health is, they're putting the horse first. They're saying, I don't care about the money for the dentistry, I just want the horse done by someone who can do it. But the majority of my work is work that I do myself. Well, I even have vets who get in the field and they say, here, this is beyond what I do. Here's Brian's card. They give me my card and they call it out. And I put them on my list where I'm going to be in the area and I'll do their horses too. Or sometimes I'll have their vet meet me there and I'll go out and do their horses too. The vet that referred me to begin with.